Okay, welcome back. This is still using rigging, but we're going to use After Effects this time, which is absolutely amazing. It's mind-boggling what you can do in here. Again, I'm just going to give you a really simple animation. We're going to make a dancing bear. The image is a PSD from Photoshop, but again, I've gotten it off the internet just to make it quick. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that file, and it's this little fellow here. And we're going to rig him. So the first thing I need to do is drag this down into composition, so I'll make a new composition, and he's in here. Now the image is really large, so once again we just press S. The other thing I wanted to say is that I've included a whole bunch of command keys in the files, so you'll be able to get a better idea of the quick keys to use. So we're going to scale this down. I just pressed S under the PSD, and we'll make this 20. We'll see how he looks at 20, and that's better. We could make him smaller, but I might make him, just see if I can make it 15, see what that does. Okay, so we've got the whole bear. So we're going to make him a dancing bear. Now this is really easy compared to Flash or Animate CC. You're just using the puppet tool, which is this pin up here. Now there's also a starch tool, which I'm not going to go into, but because I actually can't get it up on my system. I don't know why I can't get it in underneath this pin, but I'm just going to pin at certain joints. So I've got the pin tool here, and I'm going to put some pins in at the joints where we might want to move him, and we move his body from these dots, and we could probably put one on his tummy and one on the hip and the ankle. Okay, and so we've got our frames all set out for us. So we've got our effects, which is puppet. On transparent is off. Let's see if we turn that on. I'm not really quite sure, but our mesh is made up of so many triangles. So if we looked at mesh, we would see that our mesh is 350 triangles, and this is actually kind of what throws it out when you start moving things around, is the triangles have fairly rigid vertices, and if you start moving them, you're going to get kind of angular shapes to things, and that's why you put starch on it to hold it in shape. But anyway, let's just have a play. So, and the other brilliant thing is that it does all the keyframes for you. You don't have to go along the timeline and keyframe, and so on and so forth. So let's start making him dance. So we'll just get him to go. I'm not sure what kind of dance this would be, but actually I should have done it on another frame, but okay, so he's starting off this way. I'm not sure what this, maybe it's the snake he's dancing. So on the next frame, might get his hand out. But see how it's sort of going off on strange angles, and that's, yeah, again, why you need the starch. His head can come over even further. His belly's going up. So there's a lot of kind of strange. Now let's go get our select tool again. So his foot's going here. Okay, then we'll just move him over for a couple of seconds, and then he's going to come back the other way with his head, and his shoulder is going to go in. And his belly's going to go over that way. Okay, and let's make him go over a little bit more. And the head's going to start coming over. You know, this certainly isn't a professional production, but it's just so simple. This is how easy it is. Okay, and then he can come over even more. Let's tilt his head up. Ah! Puppy, stop. No. And okay, and let's go over again. And you'll come over the other way. This is just the most awesome tool. I just can't even get over how. And yeah, there's so much more to this, but I just want to do this quickly because there's so much to cover. Okay, and he's coming over. All of a sudden his head goes that way, but his body's still going that way. Let's get those feet. Woohoo! Dancing. And say he's clicking his heels. So let's just do a little scrub here. And there's our dancing bear. So that's the puppet tool. Again, have a dig under here because there's more tools that you can play with. And then we're going to have a look at some other types of rigging.